Well, guys, this is Ryan here, second place of the second Warlords tournament, and he's going to show you the deck he used to come second place.
I ran Gladiator Beast Day. I didn't run the AHL build or the Tideless build. It's kind of my own little tech build, but we'll get into that shortly. So the main monsters I ran were obviously the Gladiator Beast. So we had one Bestiari, one Hoplomys, one Metiari, one Murmillo, then two Laquavi, two Darius, and two Request. That's it for just the Glads.
One thing, Ryan. Most people tell you do not run Hoplomys in your deck, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Why do you do it?
Hoplomys is great first turn. A lot of people don't expect it, and I've run into it with like a Thunder King thinking it's like a Sangan or something. And then you've got 2100 and then you get to tag it straight out, so you get basically anything from your deck, and you just go Murmillo and win.
Yeah.
It's not hard to win.
That's it. Glads.
Okay, now I've got 3 Test Tiger obviously.
Yeah.
Obviously I'm not running the AHA build, but Test Tiger's still just so good with Prisma, and like if you just dead draw into like something like Metiari that you don't want in your hand, you can obviously just Test Tiger it and get rid of it and start again, which is always great. Then I've got 3 Thunder Kings. This card's really a star player for the deck. It covers the one thing the Glads can't do, which is field and hand control, and like stopping people from adding the Glads. Just can't do that on their own.
Slowed me down a few
So
times.
Thunder King just definitely works for that. In fact, he can shut some decks like Heretics down completely. 2 Prisma. Like I said, this isn't the AHA build, but I still run Prisma for Test Tiger because of the Geismar/Hoplomys loops. But I don't run AHA because I just don't really like AHL at all, because I just think it's not worth paying half the life points to get one Geismar. And we got 1 Grand Mole and 1 Spirit Reaper. Obviously Spirit Reaper stalls against like Chaos Dragon decks and Neospatian Grand Mole.
It's just
good against big beaters that I can't get over.
It's boss in general.
Well, if there's anything like I can't get over with my normal monsters, then he gets over it. Moving on to the spells, 3 Proving Ground. Yeah, just for adding Glads when you don't
Everybody knows that.
Yep.
No explanation.
1 Monster Reborn, 1 Dark Hole, 1 Heavy, 1 Book, 2 MST and 2 Smashing. The only real attack here I made was the Smashing Grounds because I wasn't sure like what we'd be playing against, so you know anything that it could help against like Rabbit or anything like that might have been played. So
Can never be too careful.
exactly. And then onto the chaps. 3 War Chariot, 3 Compulsory, 2 Wabaku,
And
1 Starlight and 1 Miracle.
I see you're not
That
running
brings-
defense tactics in there then.
Oh no. Running 5 Wabakus with defense tactics and Wabakus just isn't worth it. Or even running 4. You don't need it. And defense tactics is bad because it sends it back in the deck and then you get no use out of it.
And now what's this?
Okay, move on
extra?
to the extra deck. We've got 3 Geismars obviously.
Ooh, hello. Never seen all 3 before.
I usually only go into the super
Yeah,
round one,
I've only seen like you have like 1 or 2.
Do you want that?
Heraklinos.
Yeah.
I only run 1 because I only have 1. If I had a second one,
Maybe.
then Esadari would come out. I never go into Esadari. I never find use for Esadari. I've never found use for it.
What's Esadari's effect?
Well, it has no effect. That's the problem.
Oh,
It's a 2500. Basically, it's 2500 beta.
so you can't
But
can't
usually,
bounce
you
him.
can either go into Geismar and destroy the card you're running it over, or Heraklinos. But the only build Esadari is really good into the Rabbit build, and he does that. So I'm really looking for a second Herak, but Esadari still works. It's just I never use him. And then Fortress
Last
Dragon.
resort pretty much then.
Fortress Dragon obviously for
Yeah.
machine decks if
Oh,
they're
yeah.
running. 1 Catastor, 1 Gaia, 1 Black Rose, 1 Stardust. Stardust for the Starlight. The rest, obviously Monster Reborn, you can always grab your opponent's tuners and stuff and make those. So they are in there for good reason. Then for the Sync XRDs, 1 Levier, 1 10 Tempo, 1 Zen Mains for the rank 3s. 10 Tempo just works against like XYZ decks.
He's the 500 boost one, isn't he?
No, he's the you can detach him to detach an XYZ material from an opponent's monster.
Oh, well.
Zen Main's obviously for like those really
Obviously,
slow grind
yeah.
games, and Levier in case like Bestiari gets bottomless or something, there's always a way to get him back. Because you can pretty much force a Levier if you need it, because you've got Bestiari and then we've got Shockmaster. He's an alternate option instead of going into Herak if you can't get if you've got no hand,
Exactly.
and you can still stun them, and Utopia for attack stopping.
Are you gonna show
Yeah.
your side?
Side deck, 1 Metiari. Obviously, it's some decks like if there were any like plant decks or something that's really weak to Metiari, and having 2 would just mean that I could
Be a bitch.
be a bitch basically. So second Metiari was in the side.
Yeah.
2 Cyber Dragon for machine decks. It just shuts them down. There's nothing they can do to stop it. So 2 of those. 2 Kaiko for any kind of chaos deck or deck that couldn't afford to have things removed from the graveyard. 2 Maxi. Obviously.
Probably heavy special summons.
Something like, yeah. 1 MST. 3-dimensional prison fissures.
Yeah.
This is really good in Glads because Glads is not affected by it because they're always like back. They never actually.
Unless
it's very
they get
rarely a
destroyed.
Gladiator Beast
Yeah.
goes to the graveyard unless it's being destroyed, so it can really work for the deck. Plus Leviair can recover. Then 2 Bottomless and 2 Chain Disappearance, obviously
Yeah.
for the respective
Is
decks.
there anything- If you had a choice, what changes would you make?
I wouldn't have sideboarded like I did in the final. I didn't touch the sideboard all day and I sideboarded in the final. Other than what I mentioned about Herak and Esadari, I don't actually think there's anything I would change in the deck. Possibly consider maybe putting in an extra Gladiator like Ratiari or Merm instead of one of my Spirit Reaper and
I wish I also didn't side deck in that match against you because the cards I sided in never drew them. So
I
what
drew
was the
them,
point?
but at the wrong point.
Also, I only side decked once before, and that was just for my Blue Eyes, you know, to try out my rank 8 engines.
But yeah, I think apart from the Esadari and the Herak, I wouldn't have changed the deck at all. I think it was fine as it was, and it played really well today. It's just, I think I just got unlucky in the final where I made the right choices for my side, but they just didn't come at the right time, and it lost me the game.
It's all about the luck at times.
Yeah. I think otherwise it might be a different story, but if I hadn't sideboarded.
It was still a good game though.
Oh yeah, indeed. So yeah.
Yeah. After this, we'll probably be doing the third place deck if he's willing to. So we'll see you later.